Right then, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship here for round number 7, I do believe, of the 2020 Formula 2 Championship. Round 8, actually. Round 8 of the 2020 F2 Championship here at the Hockenheimring in northwestern Germany for the German Grand Prix. Yes, Formula 2 is back at the Hockenheimring for its second running of the German GP. Should be very, very exciting. But PSC here yesterday, F2 here, and then we're going to have F1 on tomorrow as well. 20 minutes of qualifying ahead of us. Håkon Olsen is the first man out, and as we go on board with the Norwegian, let us go through the track. So, the Hockenheimring, officially named the Hockenheimring Baden-Württemberg, named obviously after the region in which it is located in. The track located in or situated near the Rhine Valley in the German town of Hockenheim was first opened before World War II in 1932, marking last year as its 90th anniversary. But the track was originally and was 12 kilometers long, which consisted of a total of 6 corners. So yeah, it was a very fast and a very dangerous track. It did claim a lot of lives, or I did not a lot, but it claimed a few, which saw a lot of redesigns obviously to the track, and its latest one was in 2002 when the track was cut down a bit, and it is the layout that it is running today. But this track has hosted F1 basically intermittently since 1970. It swapped places with the Nürburgring traditionally. You've had other series like DTM, obviously. This track is a staple in the DTM calendar. Formula 2 has come here under the GP2 moniker, but they stopped racing here when they were rebranded to FIA Formula 2, which I find a bit strange. The World Sports Car Championship came here as well, FIA GT, and then the 24-hour series as well, and even the World Rallycross Championship has been here on a few occasions. But this layout, which I previously did mention, has been in place since 2002, is 4.5 kilometers long, 17 turns, and we should expect times somewhere in the 120s, but as the times are coming in on the board, then we're looking at the 126s at the moment, and we should mention this there in P5 at the moment, replacing Eduardo Silva. It is Mihail Valiak becoming the newest addition to the Formula 2 roster. He makes his debut with Trident in F2, the Porsche Super Cup race winner and the de facto F3 champion, now makes his debut in Formula 2, and it is great to see him. There's Tobias Schulenberg across the line then. Håkon Olsen currently is fastest. That is quite a surprise, I have to say. Obviously, we had quite a shocker last time out at Paul Ricard when Eric Adelberg finished outside of the points, obviously ending his 6-race points streak, as Mateusz Poko now goes to provisional pole at 126.815. Thunderton Klonko's going to go across the line, and Eric Adelberg only 20th. What is going on for this man at the moment? But that is all the 22 times on the board. And to be fair, it almost feels like a reverse grid here, as Mateusz Poko is currently fastest with Håkon Olsen in second and Kuben Grissom in third. So yeah, a very weird qualifying so far, but there is still 14 minutes to go, so everyone's got ample time to improve right now. Albert Chowdhury across the line. Chowdhury does not improve. Adam Hedayat, who has got a new teammate now for the second time this season, So there goes Willy Sundevik up into 11th. He's beat his MP teammate Thungatorn Konkum. So yeah, nice going from Sundevik then. But currently both MPs are out of the point, so they will be wanting to capitalize on that. But Mihail Valyak, on his debut at the moment, currently is in the top 10. So very, very well done from Mihail Valyak, it has to be said. As we're looking at Alex Broster in the Campos, just running the Zax Curva. It's gonna come through the final two corners. Let's see, Broster, who's down in 15th, will be able to improve as he is gonna go across the line through the final corner, and then it is going to be a sprint across the finish line for Broster. He does not improve, neither does Hidayat behind him, who currently is one position behind his rookie teammate Mihail Valyak at the moment. Sorry about that. There's Ollie Boakes, currently in 13th. Carlin not looking too good at the moment, as Boakes is in 13th and Weitz is in 17th. You've got both high-techs in the points, though, at the moment. Grissom in 3rd, leading Chowdhury in 10th, which is very, very weird to think about. But, yeah, it is happening at the moment, as Boakes heads through the hairpin. Behind him currently is Daniel Fraser in the UNI Virtuosi. Fraser, who currently lies a very good 5th. Obviously, his main goal is to chase down Eric Adelberg in the championship stand, especially now that the Swiss driver is all the way down in 21st. Fraser is going to have to play catch-up through these remaining races in the season. As we're looking at Adelberg at the moment, currently down in 21st. Don't know what has gone wrong for the Swiss driver, but he's had a stroke of very, very bad luck at the moment, as Mihail Valyak is gonna get a bit of slipstream of the Swiss driver heading into the hairpin. He might be blocked by him, though. Valyak, I think, will be feeling very happy that he currently is beating the F2 championship leader at the moment. As they head through turn number 8, and then through the chicanes. Valyak still chasing down Adelberg, but he's gonna get held up by the ART, which is something I never thought I'd say, considering Adelberg's absolutely insane performances this season. But yeah, we will see, as the two will now round the final two corners. Let's see if Adelberg or Valyak will be able to set any improvements. Both go across the line, and no, it's an improvement for neither of the two. Eric Adelberg still in 21st, and Valyak still remaining in 8th. As is Mihail going to go for an overtake here? Yes, he is. Heading into turn 2, he's going to be there on the inside line. But can he get it done through turn number 3 and 4? He's still there on the outside line as the two go wheel to wheel, demonstrating the battling capabilities of the Hockenheimringer as they're going to head down into the turn 6 hairpin. And Valyak late on the brakes on the inside line, getting a lot of very, very good warm-up for the race here, as he's going wheel to wheel with none other than the F2 championship leader himself, as Valyak goes on the inside line. Adelberg, though, is gonna get ahead of Mihail, and it hasn't done much apart from lose a lot of time for the both of them. And you can see that Valyak in the middle sector, 8/10 off, as there up into 8th is Adelberg's teammate Jean-Francois Bilot. Very, very good lap time for the Frenchman. And he goes up into 8th and brings one ART into the points. Very well done from Bilot, who has failed to outscore his teammate or even finish ahead of him on many occasions this season. So, yeah, good stuff from Jean. as we're looking at Ollie Boaks in the Carlin at the moment, 127 flat. The field, I have to say, is looking really close at the moment. Incredibly close. You've got everyone from Poco down to Boaks here, all separated by 0.2 of a second, which is absolutely insane. The top 10 are separated by not even 0.2, which is, I mean, that is ridiculous. I don't think we've had qualifying stat class, but Eric Adelberg is something that worries me. Speaking about improvements, Mateusz Poco has just gone quicker with a 1:26.720. So he's made that 0.3 now between him and the person in 10th. As Boaks, oh my goodness, look at this, in the middle sector, he's 0.2 up on Mateusz Poco's lap time, as this could be very, very interesting then heading through turn number 12. We're going to see if Ollie's going to be able to whack it onto pole with this lap as he goes through turn 13 and 14. He's just going to have to nail these final 2 corners. Then heading into turn 15, can Ollie Boaks get himself up into P1 with this lap as he's going to go across the line? And yes, Ollie Boaks onto provisional pole. It's a 1:26.461. What a lap from the Carlin driver, and he will be very happy about that, especially considering his very lackluster mid-season. But yeah, that is Ollie Boaks onto provisional pole by 0.2 of a second. But getting up at the second, it is Abrar Chowdhury with a 1:26.571. And there goes Daniel Fraser up at the 4th. A lot of improvements coming in now, but the top 2 completely revamped in the span of only a few seconds. Ollie Boaks now leads Abrar Chowdhury and then Mateusz Poco in 3rd. As Rowan Shotanus gets himself up into 11th. So very well done from him. But obviously he will be hoping for a bit better, especially. It's been a very lackluster season for the Dutchman, who competed for the championship last season, as he currently is running in 18th. And for this man, obviously, Ide Weitz, it's been a bit better considering he's now running 3rd in the championship, as Ari Soilu improves up into 7th. So nicely done from him then, as Weitz heads into turn number 8. Now then into turn number 11, Mobile 1, and he's 0.5 off his teammate Ollie Boaks at the moment. But I do reckon it could still be a sub 1:27 lap time if he does nail sector 3 here. So we're going to see then as Ide heads through the final 2 corners in his Red Bull liveried Carlin, now officially representing Red Bull in not only Academy-wise as Martinez, Rosetta Martinez up into 3rd. Great lap from the UNI Virtuosi driver. Now UNI Virtuosi are running 3rd and 5th with Martinez leading Fraser. Very good lap from the Filipino driver, who I have to say, who hasn't really been contending for podiums or race wins this season. Could things finally change for the man from the Philippines today? Maybe with 5 minutes to go. I'm not so sure of it, as look at this. In the first sector, Tobias Schwulenberg has gone 8 thousandths faster than Ollie Boaks. So maybe if he does nail this, he could be on for an improvement. As he heads into turn number 6, the obviously Italian Grand Prix race winner this season, as Mihail Valia goes across the line. And it is 8th for the Croatian at the moment. Valiak, I have to say, doing very, very well on his debut at the moment. Becomes the second Croatian to race in Formula 2 since, you guessed it, Tomas Mandic, Formula 2 world champion in 2017. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Mihail will be able to pull out in these remaining 5 races of the season. As Håkon Olsen improves, it's 6 for him, but it's 7th then as Alex Broster up into 2nd. Very, very well done from Alex Broster. Obviously, this track where he grabbed his first win, but across the line is Tobias Schwulenberg, but Thunja Tornkonkum gets it 1/10 of a second ahead of Tobias Schwulenberg. Thunja Tornkonkum storms onto provisional pole. What a lap from Thunja Tornkonkum. Wow, qualifying is heating up, and there up at the third, it's Matija Dragovic. What a lap from the Serbian, and things are getting absolutely wild now in qualifying. We have a completely new top three as really Sundevik goes up at the 9th, but Konkum take a bow. What a lap from the Thai driver. I have to say, that is great stuff from the man who's P4 in the championship at 1:26.326. That puts him ahead by only 0.05 of a second ahead of his former FE rival Tobias Schwulenberg. Very, very well done, I have to say. But Broster, who I thought would be on pole, obviously, considering this track is where he took his win from pole last season. Assuming he would be up there again, but onto provisional pole, it is none other than the Norwegian Håkon Olsen out of absolutely nowhere. What is going on this qualifying? It is so close at the moment that Schwulenberg improves. He can't get himself out third, but Håkon Olsen is leading a qualifying session for the first time since the Spanish Grand Prix all the way back in 2018. I can't believe it, but Håkon Olsen is competing for pole. Oh, wow. That is absolutely incredible. And I think Olsen will be very, very happy about his pace as well, trying to secure his second pole in F2. Really, Sundevik improves up at the 10th with 2 minutes to go. Things are getting tight here. And the question will be, who is going to be in contention for pole position? And judging by how the session has gone already, I think, honestly, anyone will be able to get up there. As Olsen rounds Sachs corner. Let's see if he's going to be able to get on an improvement as clock is ticking down. Got about a minute and a half to go, and Håkon, who sees no improvement in his lap, comes into the pit lane. Alex Broster, though, soldiers on as he rounds the final corner. Let's see if Broster will be able to improve as he goes across the line, and it is no improvement for Alex Broster, unfortunately. He will stay in P6 for the time being. So let's see, it's a bit of a lucky track for Alex, as he is the only race winner at this track in F2. Up into 9th goes Rodrigo Jimenez in the Prema. Very, very well done, as he is up into P9, beating Nikhil Walji, who's down in 21st. Not a very good qualifying for Nikhil Walji either. Canadian will be quite frustrated about that, but at least there will be one Prema in the points today. As Jimenez in the first sector is about a 10th off Olsen at the moment, and everyone in the top 4 is in the pit lane. What is going on? So all the top 4 feel satisfied about their positions. Erik Adelberg improves, but he's still last. What is going on with Erik Adelberg? Have they sent him up on a wrong setup or something? Because the Swiss driver is just not feeling it at all. And there, up into 9th goes Ide Weitz, just edges Daniel Fraser in 10th. But Ide Weitz gets himself into the points, and Michael Valiak absolutely nowhere. I cannot believe it. As the checkered flag falls, Michael Valiak, the Croatian, on his debut for Trident, has taken provisional pole. Oh my goodness, I am in disbelief. As we've got 11 cars to go. I can't believe it. Rodrigo Jimenez is going to go across the line. Chowdhury can't do it. It's only second for Abra Chowdhury. Ari Soda is going to go across the line. It's 7th for Abra Chowdhury. Kuban Grissom is up to 5th. We're getting so many improvements. I can't. I can barely hold my breath here. As really Sundevik's next across the line. He's into the pits. What about the man in 22nd and last, famed for his qualifying performance, is currently down in P22. Erik Adelberg is going to go across the line. Let's see if Adelberg can at least lift himself out of last place with this lap. You gotta go across the line. No, it's only P21 for Adelberg. Ollie Boaks is gonna be 8th. McGregor's into the pit lane. What about Ide Weitz? Can he beat Michael Valyak as he's gonna go across the line? And it is gonna be P9 for Ide Weitz. He's gonna be in the points. And this man, oh, I cannot believe it. What a story for him and the Trident team, as on his Formula 2 debut, Michael Valyak is on pole position. And history doesn't repeat itself, but it does like to rhyme. Another Croatian takes pole in the ACOC Formula 2. Oh my goodness, out of absolutely nowhere. What a lap! And, I mean, that will have taken the entire ACOC paddock by storm on his F2 debut. Michael Valyak will be on pole position as we're going to go through the grid. And following him, it will be Abrar Chowdhury lining up a very, very good second. On the second row, it's Håkon Olsen. Incredible third for him, as Sunitorin Konkum will be in 4th. And we have Kuba and Grissom in 5th, with Tobias Schwulenberg lining up in 6th place. Matija Dragovic will be 7th, with Ollie Boaks in 8th, and behind Boaks will be his teammate Ide Weitz in 9th. Ari Soilu lines up 10th with Alex Proster, P11. That's the 2 Virtuosi cars of Martinez and Fraser, 12th and 13th, with the 2 Brazilians of Rodrigo Jimenez in P14 and Mateus Poco in 15th. Really soon the week will start in P16 with Remus McGregor in 17th, with Jean-Francois Bilot in 18th, with Ron Chotanus in P19. Adam Hidayat, the teammate of Valyak, will be in 20th, with Eric Adelberg, a lowly P21 for him at the moment, as Nikhil Walji will take 22nd and last. But let's go down to the grid then. In this first race, Valyak will be starting on pole as we have 6 lights here at Hockenheim. And we're underway. Not so much for the German Grand Prix. Oh my goodness. ACAI, ladies and gentlemen, but we'll try and get going once again. Let's see if it's going to work. As we're going to go down to 6 lights here at Hockenheim. Oh, 6 lights, I said, here at Hockenheim. And we're underway for the German Grand Prix. Very good stuff from Michael Valyak. Not so much for Chowdhury, as Olsen and Konkum already battling into turn 1 side by side. Goes Konkum and Olsen, but Valyak leads off the start then, as Håkon Olsen on the outside line is going to switch to the inside line of Abrar Chowdhury, the 2 going wheel to wheel, as Chowdhury is going to try to defend his second. He does so heading into turn number 3, but Håkon is all over the back of the Pakistani driver to the inside or outside of Parabolica. He's gonna go as the 2 will be wheel to wheel heading down into the Parabolica. Håkon Olsen with a great start. It's gonna be 3 wide, almost heading into the hairpin there. Weitz is going to try to get 2 cars. There's the spinner, and it's Dragovic, and he is round into turn 1. There's a bit of a pile up there. Cars are going to try to get past. I'm not sure. Could that be a red flag? And yeah, red flag has been called. That is a shame, but we're going to get a restart. Third time is the charm, as they do say. But yeah. Third restart, as it is 6 lights here at Hockenheim once again. And we are underway at Hockenheim. Good start for Valyak, as Chowdhury gets a better launch. Heading into the first corner, he's having a look on the inside line of Valyak, but not able to do it. Olsen, though, is going to try to line up a move on them, as the top 3 are in very, very close proximity. There in the background is Boaks and Dragovic going side by side. Weitz is fighting Ari Soilu for 9th as well, as the 2 go wheel to wheel. We're looking at Ollie Boaks, who's almost going to try to get Tobias Schwulenberg there, heading into the hairpin. He's got a great run on him, as Chowdhury is chasing that. Valyak then there on the inside line, though, is Sunitorin Konkum going wheel to wheel with Håkon Olsen. heading through the hairpin, and the Thai driver gets it done. And there's another spinner, and this time it is Idevites. And I fear that may be another red flag. I think it just might be, as Eric Adelberg's involved in that as well. No, I think the race will carry on this time, and that's going to be Idevites, crucially out of the German Grand Prix, and Eric Adelberg is out as well, I do believe, as there's Dragovic and Martinez, Dragovic and Soilu fighting for position, as the two will go wheel to wheel, Soilu going wide as Idevites is out, and Eric Adelberg, yes, is officially out of the German Grand Prix. It's the Swiss driver's first DNF this season. What a shame for him. But as we approach lap 2, Valiak leads from Chowdhury, and then Thunyatorn Konkum in third. As there is Tobias Schwulenberg chasing down Kuben Grissom for fifth. Chowdhury will be chasing down Michael Valiak for the race lead, as he's going to have the slipstream on the Croatian. Will he line up a move into turn number 6, though? He's not close enough, not yet. As there's Mateusz Poco chasing down Alex Broster on lap 2 here. As we're looking at Chowdhury then. He's getting very, very close. Michael, who is defending like a lion in the 2 laps, obviously, from the very, very experienced Abrar Chowdhury, both who formerly raced in Tier 3, obviously. As we head into Zakskurva, gap is 4/10 between him, as Chowdhury is pulling away from Konkum at the moment. But Eric Adelberg out is going to be massive. That could be very big implications for the championship, as he will come home empty-handed today. Really just horrible session, as Chowdhury now does set the fastest lap of the race, and he is lapping about a 10th faster than Valiak at the moment. But in fact, it is really Sundevik who does take it away from Chowdhury, as Abrar is he is very, very close to Valiak at the moment. Question is, though, how long will the Trident driver be able to hold on, as he is now going to have the DRS. Will fight into the hairpin. Yes, here it goes on the inside line. Valiak gonna have to defend for the race lead round the outside, as Chowdhury is there on the inside, very, very close to contact, but Mihail swings it round the outside. Is the lack of experience gonna hinder him here as they head into turn number 7, and Valiak has the inside line. Is he gonna go over the curb? He goes slightly over it. That's gonna give Chowdhury the better advantage heading through the chicane, though. I think Chowdhury does get it done. No, Valiak is still hanging on to the race lead. What an impressive display of skill from Michael Valiak, as heading into Zakskurva. He's gonna have the inside line just about. Chowdhury leaves the space as he does run a bit wide. Is that gonna allow Valiak to close it? No, as Abrar Chowdhury does take the lead away from Michael Valiak. Still, though, really great defending from Valiak, as he is still now on the back of the man from Pakistan. But Konkum has now caught up to these two in the midst of their gargantuan battle, so he's going to try to get involved into this as well. As there's Tobias Schwulenberg chasing down Kuben Grissom, who's running a very, very good 5th at the moment. So we'll see if he's going to be able to do that. We've got the 2 Brits as well battling away. It's going to be Fraser versus Broster, as Michael Valiak in DRS range of Chowdhury. Is he close enough heading into the hairpin? No, not yet. So he's going to have to stay behind. Chowdhury already trying to build a gap. There's Schwulenberg, though, to the inside line of Kuben Grissom, as the two go wheel to wheel, heading through turn 6 and then into turn 7. It's going to be Schwulenberg with the inside line. Grissom having to defend the long way around. As the two go wheel to wheel, Grissom's going to have to try and avoid the curb there. He goes over it a tiny bit. That gives Tobias the slight advantage through the chicane. Is he gonna get it done? Yes, he does, but Grissom opts for the inside line through Mobile 1 as he's going to try to hang on there. Schwulenberg leaves the space as he tries to use all of it, trying to get past him as offense turns into defense for Schwulenberg now. But Grissom runs very wide and he's onto the grass even, as that's going to send him down to 6th. And Tobias Schwulenberg up into P5. And now this brings Ollie Boaks into the equation. As heading into turn number 3, Ollie Boaks looking very, very close to Kuben Grissom, as Tobias Schwulenberg now has a very, very big gap to Håkon Olsen in 4th, which he'll be wanting to claw down, obviously, with all these laps remaining. As we're looking at Ollie Boaks trying to chase down, also trying to get past Kuben Grissom, but Grissom is in the DRS range of Schwulenberg, so he isn't really able to get the advantage down the straight. There goes Broster, though, to the inside line of Daniel Fraser. The two Brits go toe-to-toe as Broster will hold the inside line as Fraser's just marginally ahead on the outside there. Will he get it, though, into Mercedes? He's on the curb trying to find the gap past, but he isn't able to get ahead as Ron Chotanis there behind went over the curb trying to follow Broster and Fraser in their little battle. I think he got a bit distracted. As they head into Sachs, there is Boaks going a bit wide. Kudela Matija Dragovic to try and close it as he goes over the curb himself a bit. I feel that that's going to nullify the gains that he did make on the Brits. So, yeah, nothing happens there. As we're looking at Michael Valyak now, it's going to be in the DRS of Abrar Chowdhury. 4/10 between the two right now. As Valyak now heading down, Parabolica is going to have the DRS. Let's see if he's going to get close enough to Chowdhury then heading into the hairpin. I don't think he will be. Under braking, it gets quite close, but he is not close enough. As there goes Dragovic with a late lunge to the line of. Is that gonna succeed though? It's from quite a far way back, so I don't think so. And it doesn't succeed. There's Daniel Fraser though, defending from Alex Broster to 2 go wheel to wheel. Rowan Shotanos in the background is going to try to do something, and it is the exact same outcome as the previous lap. Fraser does defend from Broster. Dragovic then will be wanting to get past Boaks as soon as possible. Dragovic, who looks good on the pace, I have to say Boaks does as well, so you can't really deny that they're slower than each other at the moment. But yeah, they're doing very, very well. As Valyak currently is, I believe, lapping faster than Chowdhury, so the tables have turned for the race leaders, which is very, very interesting to see, I have to say. Valyak is looking really good on the pace. And still, props to him for actually being able to stick with Abrar Chowdhury, because as we know, Chowdhury is not the easiest man to follow, as Valyak is going to go for the move on the inside line, heading into the hairpin. He's going to be there on the inside, as Chowdhury is going to go on the outside. But can Valyak make the move stick for the race lead, as they're going to go side by side just about? But no, Valyak can't do it, as Chowdhury defends. Very good defending from Abrar Chowdhury, as there's Alex Broster having a look on the inside line of Daniel Fraser, but Fraser does defend from Alex, so nothing happening there, as Valyak still very, very close to the back of Chowdhury. There's Konkum behind, who's closed in to these two as well. Through the final corner they go to start lap 8. Thundertorn Konkum will be wanting a piece of the pie, as he's going to try to get up, as he's going to try to pressurize the young Michael Valyak. In fact, Konkum is actually lapping faster than both Chowdhury and Valyak at the moment, but Valyak is just lapping incrementally faster than Abrar at the moment. As there's Kuben Grissom to the inside line of Tobias Schwulenberg. The American wants his revenge as he's gonna go to the outside line using all the available space to him. And this is gonna grant him the inside line as Mihail Valek's gonna go to the inside of Abrar Chowdhury. Will the move work this time, as he does get a bit of a better exit through turn 6, as the two will be wheel to wheel, then heading through turn 7. Valek on the inside line, going side by side with him, as can he make the move stick then into Mercedes. Chowdhury goes over the curb, that's going to give Mihail the better exit, and through the chicane, he's just going to hang it on, as Chowdhury does get the better exit, and there's been a crash. Oh my goodness, and that is Ollie Boaks up into the air. Massive accident. Alex Broster's involved in that. How on earth is that car driving? That was into Zach's group, and they went 3 wide here. What happened? And it's fine into the hairpin. I think must have been into this fast left-hander right here. No. Where could this have been? It looked like the chicane, and he went over the curb and he got tagged. And then he did a clumsy rejoin and just got collected by Rowan Shotanos, that looks like. No idea how that car is still driving, but it shouldn't. And oh yeah, we might have a bit of a predicament here on our hands. We might have a very big predicament on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. As we're looking at the battle for the race lead, Boaks is somehow driving that machine. I have absolutely no idea how, but my question is gonna be interrupted as Boaks has gone off into Zaks. But Mihail Valyak is trying it around the outside of Abrar Chowdhury. How is this man doing this? As he's gonna have a look on the outside of Abrar Chowdhury. The two go wheel to wheel. Ollie Boaks is out of the race, as Valyak heading into the hairpin is gonna have the inside line. Chowdhury is gonna try to bounce back on the outside line though, as the two go wheel to wheel, then heading into turn number 7. What a fantastic battle for the race lead we're being treated to here at Hockenheim. But Chowdhury does defend from Mihail Valek as Kolkum goes over the curb. There is Dragovic side by side with Schwulenberg, as Grissom was able to pass the German. Dragovic will be wanting to pass him as well, as the two go wheel to wheel, then heading into turn number 10, that is, as Dragovic holds the inside line through Zaks then. It's going to be Dragovic on the outside line. It's this corner where Ollie Boaks went off. His car has been lifted away. So Dragovic runs a bit wide. The two going wheel to wheel, but Mattia makes the move stick. Very well done from Mattia. Dragovic and Schwulenberg hasn't got the best of exits. His former Formula E teammate Ari Soyle was there having a look. But now Ari Soyle doesn't have the best of runs. And that could invite Rosetta Martinez to try something. But Mihail Valyak looking poised to strike on Abrar Chowdhury at the moment, as Soilu defends from Rosetta Martinez in the Virtuosi car at the moment. And Martinez having a look on the inside line of turn 2, but Soilu is gonna remain adamant on the defense. As Mihail Valyak closing in to Abrar Chowdhury. Will it work this time? I don't think it will, but he's gonna have the inside, just gonna have to hope to get the better exit as the two go wheel to wheel. Just about side by side, as Chowdhury's tiny bit ahead with Abrar Chowdhury, as Chowdhury's going to go over the curb then into Mercedes. Will that give Valek the better exit on the outside line through the chicane? Mihail will be there on the inside trying to cover off Abrar Chowdhury. The two going wheel to wheel as Abrar gets the better exit then through Mobile 1. They're just about going to be side by side. Valyak trying to have a look then on the outside, does run a bit wide, and yeah, Abrar will hold on to his P1. There's Jean-Francois below, though, going side by side with Mateusz Poco heading into Zach's curve. Below late on the brakes as he's going to swing it round the outside, but he's off into the grass. And that outside line is not looking favorable at all, as Jean-Francois will have to settle for 13th. I do notice this as well. In all my years of commentating, I have called him Jean, but his first name should be Jean-Francois, I do believe. If any French-speaking person would like to back me up on that, please do. Thank you. As speaking of the man, below is chasing down Poco at the moment. 10 positions up. Michael Valyak is chasing down Abrar Chowdhury. No move into chicane, though. He backs out of it. As Nikhil Walji, the man who does not want to last in the currently chasing down really Sundevik for 14th. Is he lining up a move from back there? Not sure. Yes, he does. He's going for it on the inside line, as below doesn't get the best of exits. Walji's going to be on the inside line of Sundevik, though, as the two will go wheel to wheel. He's going to hang it on the outside line. Doesn't get it done, though. And, yeah, Sundevik will remain in 14th. Dragovic, then, who is chasing down Kuben Grissom, but to no avail at the moment. Michael Valyak, the gap has built up a bit for the Croatian. And that doesn't spell good news for him, as everyone around him is lapping faster. Did he maybe make a mistake on the lap? I'm not sure. But Matija Dragovic has now set the fastest lap of the race. That is quite a surprise for the Serbian, but he has been looking strong this race, it's safe to say. As Valyak will be hoping to not fall out of DRS range now, as he is closing in on him. Nothing through the hairpin, though, as that is going to at least keep Konkum at bay for another few laps. As Mateusz Poco is running line move on Rowan Chotan as he goes to the inside line of the Dutchman. Late braking maneuver from Mateusz Poco. Rowan's going to hold him off on the outside line, though, as the two go wheel to wheel. Heading through turn number 7, though. The two will go side by side as Poco late on the brakes once again, as he's going to get the better exit round the outside through the chicane, though. Does he get it done? No, Shotanus holds the outside still. Wheel to wheel, really close battle as we head through into Mobile 1 and then into Zax. It's gonna be Shotanus on the inside line. Poco using all the available space to him, but is he gonna run wide? He does run wide, and Shotanus will defend his 11th position. Great battle between the two. And he's not got the best of runs. Could that invite Jean-Francois below to try and get up into 12th? Only time will tell, obviously. As Poco is not done with Shotanus. I thought he was having a look on the inside line there, but yeah, he didn't go for it. As there's Michael Valyak getting very close on the braking, the DRS being quite the helping hand, as was that Dragovic. I thought I saw Dragovic having a look, but we're going to see one man who is going to go for it. Mateusz Poco is going to get it done before the corner even, as he's going to go to the inside line. Shotanus is going to try to swing it around the outside, actually puts up a decent amount of resistance. As the two go wheel to wheel then, Poco, will he stick it on the inside and get it done? I don't think he will, as Shotanus jumps over the curb, but he is going to keep it wheel to wheel heading out of the chicane as well. As into Mobile 1 they will go. Mateusz on the inside line. The two still side by side, and I do think it's going to be Shotanus who gets it done heading out of the Zax curve, as Poco's going to run wide. He does run wide and onto the grass once again, and thus Rowan Shotanus will once again hold on to his 11th. Great battling between the two, but that is going to wear out his tires quite a bit, as Michael Valyak has once again caught up to the back of Abrar Chowdhury. So Valiak wasting no time whatsoever. And he is once again pushing for the race lead, as he is going to be in the DRS of Chowdhury. Will he go for it, though, heading into the chicane? He's lining up a move on the inside line. He is going to go for it. Mihail Valiak, the two will be wheeled race lead once again, as they go side by side. Chowdhury has an easier time, though, defending on the outside through the hairpin and into turn 7. I don't think Mihail will be able to get the move done, or at least carry it on into the second quarter. He's just about there on the outside line, though, as the two are going to be side by side through the hairpin. Valiak leads momentarily, as Chowdhury is going to he's gonna fight back on the outside line. The two side by side, though, as Chowdhury uses all the space available to him on the track, but on the outside to Zaxco, that's not the appropriate line through there. Maybe it is, as Valiak's gonna try to get it done through the chicane and into the final corner. Oh my goodness, he's done it. He's gone where no man has gone before, and Mihail Valiak retakes the lead of the German Grand Prix. This man, what did they put in his cereal this morning? That is absolutely incredible driving from Mihail Valiak on his Formula 2 debut. I mean, he is just amazing me at the moment. I'm seeing shades of Tomas Mandic here. Has to be said. As Abra Chowdhury is now going to have to fight off Thurnatorn Konkum for second. Konkum, who's looking very, very close to the back of Chowdhury, is going to go to the inside line of Abra Chowdhury. Abra might lose another position here as he rounds a bit wide on the outside line there, and that's going to give Konkum the advantage heading into turn number 7 as the two go wheel to wheel on the inside line. Chowdhury's going to try to defend it as Konkum is there on the outside. Abra jumps over the curb and into the chicane. Thundertorn Konkum gets up into second, and I think he is definitely going to challenge for the lead here. Things are gonna get interesting now, as Konkum is up into third provisionally in the championship at the moment. So that is important points for the man from Thailand. Whereas we're witnessing Schulenberg and Dragovic fighting with each other. Mattia, though, is not able to close up on him, as Konkum is on the back of Valiak at the moment. This is gonna get exciting indeed, I have to say. As Konkum's gonna be in the DRS range of Mihail Valiak. Is he gonna go to the inside line to pin? Maybe thinks about it, but not yet for Thundertorn Konkum. There goes Rosetta Martinez, though, down the inside of Ari Soilu as the two go wheel to wheel. Martinez is on the inside. Very good exit. And boom, Martinez does get it done. No, not yet. Soilu's there on the inside line, but he can't hold on. Nice, clean, and simple overtake for Rosetta Martinez. And he gets it done on Ari Soilu. It made that look very, very easy. And that is Formula E world champion Ari Soilu we are talking about in 9th. So well done from him. As Konkum is trying to catch up to Valiak, but is dropping back a bit. And through the first corner they go. About 4-5 separate the two at the moment, as Chowdhury is unable to keep up with the pack. There is Tobias Schulenberg trying to line up a move on Kuben Grissom. These two have been battling the entire race for P5 at the moment. It's important points for both of them, as Thundertorn Konkum is now going to be within DRS range. Valiak is going to start to feel the pressure of Thundertorn Konkum, as he isn't able to do it. One man who is going to try it, though, is Schwulenberg on the inside line of Kuben Grissom. The two go toe-to-toe once again, as it is going to be Schwulenberg on the inside line, heading 7. Grissom is just about ahead on the outside line, but Schwulenberg gets the better run on the inside. Should have the superior line through the outside line as well. Does he get it down into the chicane? And he does it just about, yes. Tobias Schwulenberg is back up into 5th. Nice battle between the two, and Tobias gets up into P5. That's going to be good points for the German, who is P11 in the championship as well. You know, I reckon that could actually bring Tobias Schwulenberg into championship contention, because then, or if he does finish, if things would finish as they stand, Tobias Schwulenberg will be tied with points. He will be tied with Ide Weitz on points, I believe. So he'd be up there in P4, I'd say. As Konkum is chasing down Valyak, he's looking very, very close, and he's gonna go to the side line. Hale's gonna put under defense once again, for as it's not from Robert Chowdhury this time. It is from Thunyatorn Konkum, as the two go wheel to wheel. Thai driver has been looking so strong and so consistent throughout the season. Cannot get past Mihail for the time being, as we're gonna watch Konkum's teammate Sundevik try and attempt to move on Jean-Francois Bilot, as the two go wheel to wheel, but Bilot does defend around the outside. I don't think really is close enough, as he isn't. So, yeah, Bilot holds 13th for the time being. But the Konkum has fallen back a bit after his attempt on Valyak, so he's trying to give himself a bit of breathing room to recuperate and try and strike back. There's Martinez chasing Dragovic for 7th. Rosetta Martinez has been looking really good on the pace. I really have to give it to him. He's also been really consistent this season. No podium for him just yet. Same for Konkum, or no, Konkum does have a podium, but Martinez hasn't been on the podium this season yet. But he's been in the points every single race, bar 2 of them. So still a really, really good track record so far. As there goes Matija Dragovic to the inside line of Kuban Grissom, and Dragovic is finally going to get at P6 as he's going to try to get past Kuban Grissom. The two will go wheel to wheel, as they're side by side, just about heading into Mercedes. It's gonna be Grissom who does defend through Mercedes, and Grissom actually holds on to the P6. So nice defending from Kuban Grissom. I thought Dragovic would put up more of a fight, but he just wasn't able to. As Mattia runs a bit wide, and he's off the track a bit. Dip the wheel into the gravel. There comes Rosetta Martinez having a look, but he just isn't able to complete it. Either way, though, that was bold from Martinez. There was barely any space there, and he just went for it. As we're looking at Matija Dragovic, who is chasing down Kuban Grissom. Nice that things are getting a bit more quiet. My throat is hurting a bit from all the screaming I've done. I don't think the neighbors will be too happy about that as well. But yeah, Chowdhury. But that, don't discount the action though. The action is definitely not over. As Dragovic will be chasing down Kuban Grissom down the inside through turn 6. Classic story we know here. They're going to be side by side through there. Grissom will hold the outside line as they go heading in. Dragovic being able to put up more of a fight as he's just about ahead through the corner and then into the hairpin, or not the hairpin, sorry, the chicane. Dragovic gets it done on Kuban Grissom. Nice stuff from Matija Dragovic. Clean overtake on the high-tech driver, and Mattia is up at the P6, and it's a 2.2 gap to Tobias Schulenberg, who's pulled away ever since his overtake on the American. So that's Schulenberg in 5th and Dragovic in 6th, both after overtaking Kuben Grissom. And Rosetta Martinez obviously wants to be the next man to do that as well, as he's already within fighting distance of Kuben Grissom. As we're heading through turn number 6, there's Ron Chotanus chasing him down, as there is really Sundevik. It's gonna go to the inside line of below as the two go wheel to wheel. Sundevik's gonna try to get the move done, as he doesn't want to finish P14 to go wheel to wheel. Then as Sundevik's there on the line, but he isn't close enough heading to Mercedes, and thus below will be defending his position once again. Not the greatest race for Jean-Francois. Bit of a shame for him. As there, sorry about that, I just came back, but Thundertorn Konkum has gone to the inside line of Mihail Valya. Konkum has is trying to get past him for the race lead now, as the two go side by side heading into Mercedes. Valya defends from Thundertorn Konkum. Great stuff from the man in his first race. I still can't believe that. How is he doing this in his first race, as Ari Soilu jumps over curb? Not the most ideal course of action for the Finn, as Konkum is going to be kicking it up now into gear in these final 5 laps of the race. He's running out of time to do it, but he is so close to getting this. As there's Shotanus and Fraser battling for the final points paying position. Shotanus having a look on the outside, but Daniel shuts the door. Konkum already trying it into turn 1 there, but I think that's going to compromise him on exit. It has. And the gap's gone up to 3/10, sorry, as there goes Abra Chowdhury, and he's going to throw a spanner in the works for Thundertorn Konkum, as the two will go wheel to wheel through turn 3. Chowdhury is going to hold him off on the outside, and he's actually going to get the better run on Thundertorn Konkum. I can't believe this. Konkum's been completely compromised, as the two will go wheel to wheel. No way Konkum's going to make a move now, as Chowdhury's going to do it on the inside of Konkum. He's going to go to the inside of Valiak, but I feel like he's biting off more than he could chew there, as it's just going to be Chowdhury and Konkum side by side, and Abra Chowdhury has actually done it for P2, unless Thundertorn Konkum can try and get it. What a move for Abra Chowdhury. That was beautiful. And the Pakistani driver has gone back up into second. Great stuff from Abra Chowdhury, as he is now going to try and pressurize Mihail Valyak for the race lead. 3 laps to go in the German Grand Prix. It's Mihail Valyak versus Abra Chowdhury versus Thundertorn Konkum for the race lead. I can't hold my breath here. It's absolutely exciting. You've got one person who is chasing down their second win in F2, one who's chasing down his first, and another one who's chasing down his first as well. But the catch is he's doing that on his debut, as Chowdhury's there on the inside line. Mihail Valek defends the inside. Chowdhury is going to go to the outside line as he's just trying it absolutely everywhere. Mihail is defending for his life here. It is evident as the gap is 5 tenths, just about it's 4 tenths now, as the DRS will be switched on for Abrar Chowdhury, and he is gonna try to send the move to the inside line of Valyak into the hairpin. Will he try anything? He's gonna go to the inside line of Mihail Valyak. The two will go toe-to-toe once again as Valyak's gonna try to defend round the outside from the Pakistani driver heading into turn number 7, though. It's gonna be Mihail round the outside. He does defend from Abrar Chowdhury. How is this man doing this? I cannot believe it. How do you drive a race like this in your debut in Formula 2? That is something to behold. Absolutely, as really Sundvik still trying to get past Jean-Francois below. These final 2 laps are gonna be absolutely crazy, so make sure to not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because we have got an absolute thriller of a finish to the German Grand Prix ahead of us. 3 drivers, but only 1 winner, and 1 is in his first ever F2 race. As you can see there, Chowdhury lapping 2 tenths faster than Valyak there on that previous lap. He is looking good on the pace, but he's just gonna have he's gonna have to worry about Konkum behind as well, who himself is looking to try and get back up in second as he's fighting for the championship. I should mention Chowdhury and Konkum are fighting for the championship here, as Chowdhury is going to swing one to the inside line of Mihail Valyak. Valyak, though, goes round the outside on the curve. They're trying to use all available space. There in the background is Tobias Schwulenberg trying to get past Håkon Olsen for 4th. As the 2 will go side by side. Can Chowdhury do it? No! Chowdhury cannot do it for the race lead, but Schwulenberg is going to go round the outside of Håkon Olsen through the chicane. And what a race for this man! Tobias Schwulenberg up into 4th. He is charging through the field at this moment, and he's gone up to P4. Unfortunately, though, I do think it is too late for Tobias to push for the podium, as Konkum's run wide. That's not going to be too good for him, as he's going to be chasing down. But now then, as we round the final quarter to start the final lap of the German Grand Prix, Mihail Valyak versus Abrar Chowdhury versus Thunjatord Konkum. Oh my goodness. You cannot write storylines like these, as through turn number 2 they go, and into turn 3, and it's gonna be all or nothing for Abrar Chowdhury now, as we're gonna head through the Parabolica turn. It's gonna be DRS enabled for Abrar. Tensions are at an absolute limit. Is he gonna try one on the inside into turn number 6? No! He isn't close enough. Abrar Chowdhury isn't close enough to Mihail Valyak heading into turn number 6, and might that just be it's sealed from Mihail Valyak? I'm not going to say anything because we don't know. It's not over until it is over, as we have seen in the ACOC many times before. As it is 6 tenths, 7 tenths between Valyak and Chowdhury at the moment. Abrar is falling down at the moment. He isn't able to close in. I don't think he is going to be able to do it. It is going to be this man. And I have to say, the stories do just write themselves sometimes. As on his Formula 2 debut, the young boy who takes the world by storm, coming round the final corner, Mihail debut wins the German Grand Prix. And what a jaw-dropping performance from Mihail Valyak. I cannot believe that. Oh, that is the drive of champions. First Croatian race winner since Tomas Mandic back in 2017. History writes itself. And now we can breathe out. We can definitely breathe out. Oh, my head is hurting. I've been screaming all race. But I'm gonna skim through the results here as Valiak wins the German Grand Prix on his debut. We've never had a driver do that. And then Abra Chowdhury will be in second with Thunjatorn Konkum in third. Tobias Schwulenberg is fourth with Håkon Olsen in fifth. Mattia Dragovic is sixth with Kubin Grisman seventh. Martinez will be eighth with Soil in ninth, and Fraser rounding the points. Poco will be 11th with Shotanus in 12th. Below will be 13th with Sunvik in 14th, and Wadji finishing last. And your non-finishers will be Boaks, Broster, Veit, Jimenez, McGregor, Hidayat, and Adelberg. But that has been it for Formula 2. What a historical race. That's one for the history books, I have to say right there now. Really, really fantastic race. Action all the way to the end. And, I mean, congratulations to Michael Valiak. That is the drive of a champion right there. But, yeah. That has been it for Formula 2. See you tomorrow for the Brazil... or what am I saying? The German Grand Prix for Formula 1. Yeah. Until then, I have been Miran FG, your commentator. We will see you for the F1 German Grand Prix, and Super Formula will most likely be back this weekend as well. But until then, I have been your commentator Miran, and we will see you when the ACS returns for F1. Thank you.